Hi everyone. I'm out in the neighborhood looking for today's story. I had it just a few minutes ago. It's about, wolves, a wolf and pigs and all these things. But, what? No! The big bad pig took my book. No, wait, this is my book. Excuse me. See, this is the book I was going to read to you guys. So here, check it out. It is called The Three Little Wolves and the Big Bad Pig. Yeah, and it is written by Eugene Trevisas and Helen Oxenbury. What? This is backwards, right? It's usually the big bad wolf and the three little pigs, but this is the three little wolves and the big bad pig. Ooh, let's read the story. I'm dying to share it with you. Once upon a time, there were three cuddly little wolves with soft fur and fluffy tails who lived with their mother. The first was black, the second was gray, and the third was white. See that? One day, the mother called the three little wolves around her and said, "Oh, my children, it is time for you to go out into the world. Go and build a house for yourselves, but beware of the big bad pig." "Don't worry, Mother. We'll watch out for him," said the three little wolves, and they set off. Okay. Soon they met a kangaroo who was pushing a wheelbarrow full of red and yellow bricks. "Excuse me, please, will you give us some of your bricks?" asked the three little wolves. "Certainly," said the kangaroo, and she gave them lots of red and yellow bricks. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of bricks. Oh, that's so smart, strong, perfect. The very next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of bricks that the three little wolves had built. The little wolves were playing croquet in the garden. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside the house and locked the door. Good for them. Right. Well, the pig knocked on the door and grunted, little wolves, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves. "By the hair in our chins, we will not let you come in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." Ooh, the wolves like to drink tea. "Yeah, well then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down, huh?" said the pig. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and the house didn't fall down. "Ha ha! Gotcha! Strong house, brick, smart pig, smart wolves, good job." But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his sledgehammer, and he knocked the house down. What? The three little wolves only just managed to escape before the bricks crumbled, and they were very frightened indeed. Oh my goodness. Wow. "We shall have to build a stronger house," they said. And just then they saw a beaver who was mixing concrete in a concrete mixer. "Please, will you give us some of your concrete?" asked the three little wolves. "Certainly," said the beaver, and he gave them buckets and buckets full of the messy, slurry concrete. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of concrete. Well, that's smart too. Concrete's very strong. A lot of houses are built out of that. Oh. No sooner had they finished than the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of concrete that the little wolves had built. They were playing battledore and shuttlecock in the garden, and when they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran into their house and shut the door. The pig rang the bell and said, "Yo, little frightened wolves, let me come in." No, 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 said the three little wolves. By the hair on our chinny chin chins, we will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot. Well, then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down, huh? Said the pig. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed. But the house didn't fall down. Ha! I gotcha, pig. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his pneumatic drill and smashed the house down. The three little wolves managed to escape by their chinny chin chins, but they were trembling and trembling and trembling. Oy, oy, oy. We shall have to build an even stronger house, they said, because they were determined. Just then they saw a truck coming along the road carrying barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. Please, will you give us some of your barbed wire, a few iron bars, and armor plates, and some heavy metal padlocks? They said to the rhinoceros who was driving the truck. Sure, said the rhinoceros, and he gave them plenty of barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. He also gave them some plexiglass and some reinforced steel chains because, well, he was a generous and kind-hearted rhinoceros. So the three little wolves built themselves an extremely strong house. It was the strongest, securest house you could possibly imagine. And they felt absolutely safe. The end. Nope. The next day, the big bad pig came prowling along the road as usual. The three little pigs were playing hopscotch in the garden when they saw the big bad pig coming. They ran inside their house, bolted the door, and locked all 37 padlocks. The pig dialed the video entrance phone and said, "Little frightened wolves with the trembling chins, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves. "By the hair on our chinny chin chins, we will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He brought some dynamite. What? Laid it against the house, lit the fuse, and... oh no! Kabloom! Blew the house up. What? The three little wolves just managed to escape with their fluffy tails scorched. Oh, do you see their little fluffy tails? Oh my gosh. What? Oh, something must be wrong with our building materials, they said. We have to try something different, but what? At that moment, they saw a flamingo coming along pushing a wheelbarrow full of flowers. "Excuse me, please, will you give us some of your flowers?" asked the three little wolves. "With pleasure," said the flamingo, and he gave them lots of flowers. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of flowers. Isn't that nice? Oh, wow. One wall was made of marigolds, one of daffodils, one of pink roses, and one of cherry blossoms. The ceiling was made of sunflowers, and the floor was a carpet of daisies. They had water lilies in their bathtub and buttercups in their refrigerator. It was a rather fragile house, and it swayed in the wind, but it was very beautiful. The next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of flowers that the three little wolves had built. He rang the blue bell at the door and said, "Little frightened wolves with the trembling chins and the scorched tails, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves. "By the hair on our chinny chin chins, we will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Yeah, well, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." Ha, ha, ha. But as he took a deep breath, ready to huff and puff, he smelled the soft scent of the flowers. It was fantastic, and because the scent was so lovely, the pig took another breath, and then another, and instead of huffing and puffing, he began to sniff. He sniffed deeper and deeper until he was quite filled with the fragrant scent. His heart grew tender, and he realized how horrible he had been. Right then, he decided to become a big, good pig. He started to sing and to dance the tarantella. At first, the three little wolves were a bit nervous. They were worried it might be a trick. But soon, they realized that the pig had truly changed. So they came running out of the house. They started playing games with him. First they played pig pong, and then piggy in the middle. And when they were all tired, they invited him back into the house. Aww. They offered him tea and strawberries and wolfberries and asked him to stay with them as long as he wanted. The pig accepted, and they all lived happily ever after together. The end. Wow, what a transformation, huh? I mean, those pigs were determined. I'm sorry. The wolves. Those wolves were determined, right? To build a house that was safe. And it actually changed the pig, who became a friend. And speaking of that, I am enjoying a spot of tea with the big bad pig. Pour him a cup in a minute. But until then, thanks for watching, Dina Sherman. That's me. Stories and more. Don't forget to like and subscribe below so you don't miss out on any of the stories or more. And remember to tell your friends. Bye, everyone. See you next time. Are you ready?